Students, this is 61st video. So look at that, students. I have written a question on the board. Question has already been written on the board. You try to understand, students. Let L be the set of all lines in a plane. How many lines can be drawn on a plane? Infinitely many. How many lines can be drawn on a plane? Infinitely many. You collect all lines into a set and name that set as what? L. What is L? Set of all lines that can be drawn on a plane. Is it finite set or infinite set? Infinite set. So whatever it is, whatever, let them to write what they wish. You need not to worry. You directly focus on this R. Directly focus on that relation R, how it is defined. You think of how that relation R is defined. Look at this, friends. L1, L2 belongs to R only if L1 is perpendicular to L2. L1 is perpendicular to L2. The reverse thinking is also correct. Reverse way of thinking is also correct. That means if L1 becomes perpendicular to L2, if L1 becomes perpendicular to L2, line 1 is perpendicular to line 2, then you can go for writing what? L1, L2 belongs to R. Belongs to R, this happens. If this happens, belongs to R. Belongs to R implies this happens. If this happens, this ordered pair belongs to R. In every problem, I am going to tell the same story. So, right, try to understand the story, please. In bracket, here it is asked to show this relation R is symmetric, but it is not reflexive, not transitive. This becomes, relation R becomes not symmetric, but it won't become reflexive and transitive. Let us go for checking that solution. I write the bracket work. So you write this, that could be written. This could be written. What is the meaning of this? Ordered pair L1, L2 belongs to R. Double implies. So L1 is perpendicular to L2. This is the original meaning. This is the meaning of this set. ಈ ಸೆಟ್ಟಿನ ಅರ್ಥ ಇದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ನೀವು ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಥ್ರೂಔಟ್. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ L1, L2 ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ಸ್ ಟು R, ಇದು ಬಂದಾಗ ಇದನ್ನ ಬರೀರಿ, ಇದು ಬಂದಾಗ ಇದನ್ನ ಬರೀರಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಟೋಟಲಿ ಯುವರ್ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ proving reflexive, symmetric and transitive. To say R as reflexive, you should prove AA is in R. To say R as symmetric, you should prove both AB and BA are in R. To say R as transitive, you must prove AB, BC in addition to that AC or all the three should be in R. You always keep that in mind and go for writing that, giving examples, giving reasons, right? Let us try. Solution, first reflexive. L1 belongs to R or does not belong to R? L1 belongs to R? Yes, decide. Decision is left to you. It is up to you. L1 belongs to R? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೆಯೋದು. ಇದಿರಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ನೋಡಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ. When this L1 belongs to R, if L1 becomes perpendicular to L1, is that line perpendicular to itself? No, never possible. A straight line never be perpendicular to itself, but a line is parallel to itself. Try to understand the basics. Correct? L1 belongs to R or does not belong to R? But does not belong to R. ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ ಇರಲ್ಲ? ಈ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. So L1, L2 ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಕು? L1. In the place of L1 we have L1. In the place of L2 also we have L1. Think properly. L1 does not belong to R. Because what is the reason for this? A reason. L1 is not perpendicular. Not perpendicular to L2. This is the reason. L1 is not perpendicular to L1. Sorry. Or you write, if you are brilliant, you go for writing. A line is not perpendicular to itself. You need not to write this much. A line is not perpendicular to itself. Therefore, L1 does not belong to R. Perfect answer. Brilliant answer, sir. Right? L1 does not belong to R because L1 is not perpendicular to L1. R reflexive or not reflexive? Reflexive. Not reflexive. Here it is asked. Not reflexive. Neither means not. Nor means not. Therefore, R is not reflexive. Not reflexive. And now let's go for thinking symmetric. So how you prove? How do you check symmetric? You assume AB in R. You assume AB in R. You try to prove BA is also in R. If BA belongs to R, it becomes symmetric. If BA does not belong to R, it is not symmetric. Let us assume. Let AB is let L1 L2 belongs to R. I am assuming, I am taking this ordered pair in R. If correct nodi, iditre AB itre BA irbeku. AB BA eradu itre symmetric. I am taking AB belongs to R. And now you follow this. This is happening. If this happens, you go for writing that one. Idu aagta ide. ಇದಾದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಅದಾದ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಒಂದೆರಡು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳದೆ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್? ವಾಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಐ ರೈಟ್? L1 is perpendicular to L2. L1 is perpendicular to L2. Look at this, students. L1 is perpendicular to L2. Correct? If L1 is perpendicular to L2, is that L2 also perpendicular to L1? Yes. Line 1 perpendicular to line 2. Line 1 perpendicular to line 2. Line 2 is also perpendicular to line 1. Angle is 90. So you go for reversing that. That L2 is perpendicular to what? L1. L2 is perpendicular to L1. Look at this, students. If Sida happens, Sida belongs to R. If Ulta happens, Ulta belongs to R. Simple logic. ಇದಾದ್ರೆ ಇದಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಬರೀತೀವಿ, ಇದಾದ್ರೆ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಬರೀತೀರಾ? ಅದೇನಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಬರೀರಿ, ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ? ರೈಟ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಡು ಯು ರೈಟ್? L2 ಕಮ ಹೇಳಿ L1 belongs to R. You observe, students, if I take AB in R, surely according to the given condition BA also belongs to R. AB ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದುಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ BA ಇರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ. You always follow this given condition. Is that R symmetric or not symmetric? Symmetric. Therefore R is symmetric. R is symmetric. Now you think of proving transitive. So how do you prove transitive? Let ABBC. How do you take ABBC for this particular question? L1 L2 AB BC. How do you take BC? L2 L3 belongs to R. AB BC belongs to R. For this, tell me what do you write? I am taking L1 L2 is in R. Since L1 L2 is in R, I should write L1 is perpendicular to L3 L2. Sorry, L1 is perpendicular to what? L2. And L2 is perpendicular to L3. Students, L1 is perpendicular to L2, L2 is perpendicular to L3. You use your general knowledge and decide. Is L1 perpendicular to L3? No. L1 perpendicular to L2. L1 perpendicular to L2. L2 perpendicular to L3. L1, L2, L3. Look at this, students. L1 perpendicular to L2. L2 perpendicular to L3. But you see L1 and L3 parallel. L1, L2, L3. L1 is perpendicular to L2. L2 is perpendicular to L3. What about L1 and L3? They are not perpendicular. Are they perpendicular or not perpendicular? Not perpendicular. Transitive or not transitive? Not transitive. L1 is perpendicular to L2 and L2 is perpendicular to L3. But L1 is not perpendicular to L3. L1 need not to perpendicular to L3. That implies L1 comma L3 belongs to R or does not belong to R? Does not belong to R. Therefore, R is not transitive. L1 need not to be perpendicular to L3. Therefore, R is not transitive. Is this R equivalence relation? No, it is not equivalence relation. To say R has equivalence relation, it should be reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Correct? Is this R equivalence relation? No, it is not a equivalence relation. When we say R has equivalence relation, if it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Let's go for solving one more question, students. Show that the relation R. Next question. Show that the relation R in Z of integers. What is Z? Set of integers. Given by R equals ordered by AB such that 2 divides A minus B is an equivalence relation. One thing, students, if your question, if it is asked, show that it is an equivalence relation, means this must be reflexive, because here it is show that means it should be reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Even if it is asked, show that it is an equivalence relation, some students will write it is not symmetric, it is not transitive. They don't have general knowledge. Observe the question carefully. Show that means you should prove. Not happening, it is not true. It always happens. It must happen, right? Okay. Now bracket work. Tell me that, students, bracket. What should be written in the bracket? Bracket. This is for this bracket work. It is for yourself, your set. What do you say? AB belongs to R if and only if 2 divides A minus B. Carefully observe. 2 should divide A minus B. When we say AB becomes element of R, if 2 divides A minus B, 2 ಅನ್ನೋದು A minus B ನ divide ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ AB R ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. 2 ಅನ್ನೋದು a minus b ನ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ab belongs to r ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಇದು ಬಂದಾಗ ಇದು ಬರೀರಿ, ಇದು ಬಂದಾಗ ಇದು ಬರೀರಿ, ಸೇಮ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್. ಲೆಟ್ us go for a and you just think that and decide, is this a belongs to r? You go for listen, belongs to r, because a minus a 2 divides what? A minus b. In the place of b I am having a minus a. How much is a minus a? 0. The question is this 2 divide 0? Yes. You check, students. 0. 2 divide 0 how many times? 0 times. All numbers divide 0 only. 0 by 3. 3 also divides. 4 also divides. How many times? 0 times. Correct. 2 divides a minus a. 2 divides a minus a. Therefore, a must be element of R according to given condition. If 2 divides a minus b, we go for writing ab belongs to R. If 2 divides a minus a, we must write a belongs to R. 2 is dividing or not dividing? Dividing. I have given example. So write. Here is reason. 2 divides 0. There I have given. I explained in detail. Okay. Therefore, R is reflexive. Now you check symmetric. How do you check symmetric? Let AB belongs to R. Let AB belongs to R. That implies AB belongs to R. That implies what? 2 divides what? A minus b. Students, observe this. If 2 divides a minus b, is this 2 divides b minus a also? Yes. That implies 2 divides b minus a also. So example, look at this, students. Example, 2 divides 4 minus 2. So 4 minus 2 by 2. 2 is dividing. Reverse it and take 2 minus 4 by 2. So write 2 minus 4 minus 2 by 2 minus 1. Is it dividing or not dividing? Dividing. Here it is dividing 1 times. Here it is dividing minus 1 time. So write. I hope you understood that is dividing or not dividing? Dividing. How many times it divides? How many times it is dividing? Doesn't matter. The matter is whether it divides or does not divide. That's all. Divide madutta madalla ashte question, right? 2 divides a minus b. Surely 2 must divide what? B minus a. 2 divides a minus b. 2 is also dividing b minus a. Reverse ಮಾಡಿ. 1 time minus 1 time. ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಾರಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾ ಮಾಡಲ್ವಾ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಸೇ ನೌ? If 2 divides a minus b, we write ab belongs to R. If 2 divides b minus a, what should be written? ba belongs to R. ba belongs to R. Observe, friends, R is containing both ab as well as ba. Main intention is proving ab, ba elements of R. For that, we are going to give reasons, right? Therefore, R is symmetric. Now let us check the last one. Transitive or not transitive? Transitive or not transitive? Yes. Let for transitive you take AB BC belongs to R. AB BC belongs to R. According to given condition, 2 divides what? A minus B, and 2 divides B minus C. 2 divides A minus B and 2 divides B minus C. Is that 2 divides A minus C also? Yes. So A minus C 2 divides A minus C. That implies if 2 divides A minus C, what do you write? AC belongs to R. 2 divides A minus C also, because you can go for giving reason. A minus C can be written. A minus C can be written as A minus B plus B minus C. A minus C can be written as A minus B plus B minus C. Observe the students, BB get cancels, you will get back A minus C. Look at this students, 2 is dividing A minus B. According to this, 2 is dividing what? A minus B. 2 is also dividing what? B minus C. 2 A minus B nu divide ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. 2 B minus C nu divide ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಇವೆರಡನ್ನು ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾ ಮಾಡಲ್ವಾ? ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. What is the plus of these two? A minus C. That 2 must divide. 2 must divide. This is the reason. Why 2 divides A minus C? This is the perfect reason. 2 A minus B ನ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. 2 B minus C ನ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಇವೆರಡನ್ನು ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾ ಮಾಡಲ್ವಾ? ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಇವೆರಡನ್ನು ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? A minus C. ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2 A minus C ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು. Right? That is what it is. Therefore, that implies AC belongs to what? R. AC belongs to R. Therefore, R is transitive. R is transitive. Finally, you write R is an equivalence relation. R is an equivalence relation. So practice students, practice well, surely you will get it. So in the beginning you may be little bit confused, but slowly on practicing you will learn it. So thank you students, thank you.